Good morning and welcome to another Countryside Adventures video. This is definitely not a tech channel, but I wanted to do a quick unboxing and just share the contents of the GoPro HERO11 Black Creator Edition. So I'm not a very technical guy as far as camera and audio equipment goes, and I am on a steep learning curve. And so Colin, I picked this camera up for a couple of different reasons, and I won't go through a whole bunch of details as far as all the technicalities and the functionalities of the camera. And the reason why I kind of decided to do that is because there is a lot of great content out on YouTube and just on the internet in general. I just want to go ahead and show you how the camera showed up. And as we unbox it, I can explain a couple of reasons doing research that we decided to go with the HERO11 Black Creator Edition. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed and get ready to head out to Total Archery Challenge in Beavers Bend, Oklahoma. Okay, so I had the most important part for 7 a.m. in the morning. We have coffee. And so the Hero Black Creator Edition, this is exactly how it showed up right out of the Amazon box. And it just has this paper sort of cover on it or wrapping on it. Normal price is $499.99. So basically I paid $450 and it's about $500 normally. And just not long after I actually purchased this, I'm going to tear that. It actually went right back to that $500. So as we get that cover off, it shows up in a package just like so, and pretty nice packaging actually. And at the bottom side of it, we just have a pull tab. We'll go ahead and get that out of the way. Open up the bottom. So, see the case. Looks like it has a pretty cool breakdown for live streaming, enhanced battery life, just all the basics. I won't go through too much detail on that. Again, there is a lot of great information out there. And I spent quite a few hours, probably more than I should have, doing research, trying to figure out what camera to go with. And I actually considered things like a high-end Sony camera and a Canon camera and different things. And so while we're talking about that, I will go ahead and let you know why I decided to go with this camera. And at the time that I purchased this is not the latest and greatest GoPro out there. There is actually the GoPro HERO12 Black. And the reason why I decided not to go with the 12 is we do a lot of content for our other channel, which is an automotive content channel, Downshifting 76. There's a link down in the description below if you want to check out any automotive or truck content. And the HERO12 Black does not come GPS enabled. So there's no GPS sensor in the camera. And so we decided to go with the 11 because it still has GPS in it, and we can measure speeds and acceleration, different things like that. So we decided to go with the 11, and we decided to go with the Creator Edition for outdoor content. That way, when Colin and I are hunting or whatever it may be, that we can have all the accessories for one camera, and it's kind of ready to go. That way, we can do vlogs and different things like that. So anyway, everything comes in this pretty cool case. And so it looks like product questions, chat with experts. So I'm just going to kind of start laying this back up in here. So it looks like we have a subscription link for GoPro. And honestly, I've never paid for that. Normally what I will do is just pull the SD card out and download all the footage to a USB backup drive. And then once I'm ready to do any editing, just send it over to my laptop. But this could be a cool thing if you're interested in any sort of cloud storage or anything like that. I've just never messed with it because of the time that it consumes for the upload and download, but I'm sure it is extremely convenient. I've just never personally used it. So there is a card for that. Looks like there is a tips for cold weather performance card, and this is probably really good information, especially for doing outdoor content in the winter. So I will sit down and read through all of this. And it looks like we have a quick start guide. So we have the media mod down at the bottom, and it looks like it shows that you can remove the door, plug it in, things like that. So we won't go through a ton of detail on that, but just know that it comes with all the information in hard copies for that. And that is actually pretty cool that we actually get real copies of that. And then here, it looks like we have a detailed sheet, and I couldn't tell you what all is in that. So it looks like important product safety and instructions. So we'll go ahead and file that away with that. The biggest thing that I want to read personally is I would like to go through the cold weather stuff. So first thing at the top is going to be our light for the media mod. And it just has 10 LEDs at the front and a pretty cool cap. So I'm just going to set this off to the side. I'm going to not put it on the side with my coffee just in case I spill it. Next up is the battery. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull this wrapper off of the battery. So for a while now, Colin and I have been using a GoPro 7 Black, and my understanding is that the batteries are vastly improved over those batteries. I believe the batteries are referred to for these as the Enduro batteries. And so you do receive one of the Enduro batteries. And next up down at the very bottom is going to be the media mod. And so the media mod was one of the things that I'm really excited about. So you can see that it has a USB-C built right into the inside of the media mod, and of course all the control buttons are on the outside. They're all rubber coated, so we have the built-in mic on there. And I don't know how much this mic is going to improve audio, but a lot of times whenever we're outdoor, it's just the simple fact that a lapel mic or something like that, it's always a pain to throw on and off, and to make sure that it's charged and all that every time you want to get any kind of shot, especially if you're just sitting out in a tree stand or you're just hiking through the woods or whatever it may be, and you want to do a quick vlog. And there's not a lot of background ambient noise, of course, being outdoors. So that was one of the cool things that I thought would be fantastic for the style of shooting that we do, is the fact that we have a built-in mic on the media mod. And so to open this up, we're just going to firmly pull down on this little lip right here, or this little tab. And it opens up like that. And it does take a little bit of effort, not the end of the world. And it's probably a good thing that it takes effort, since it is a GoPro. But it does take a little bit of effort, so just don't be afraid to use a little bit of force on it. And on the inside where the USB-C connection is, it's actually pretty nice. It's sort of a rubber material, and I'm sure that will probably help keep that GoPro from bouncing around inside of this media mod case. And it's the same on the other side over here. It is a rubber material, and so I'm just going to set this over here like this. Mic facing up for now. And next up is what GoPro refers to as the Volta. And all the controls are right on the face here. That way you can control everything right from your handle. And it actually does have a 1/4 on the bottom. That way you can mount this to an additional extension for a selfie stick, a tripod, a bipod, whatever it may be. You can mount this up to it. And this is actually a built-in battery. And so once you run your GoPro, you can just take the USB-C, plug it right into the GoPro, and you have a giant battery. And my understanding is with the Enduro battery and the Volta that you can get up to, I think about 4 hours was the length of runtime. And I think that's in 4K if I'm not mistaken. I think 4K at 30. So I don't want to overspeak, but I believe that's the case. And additionally, you can also mount this a different direction. So we have a couple of different ideas that we're going to do with this as far as mounting it. So we're pretty excited about it. So to open that mount, you just push the button and it's spring loaded. And to close it, you just kind of push down on it, push the button, and it will go down. And in addition to our 1/4 down at the bottom, it does have 2 legs, so we can create this much like a tripod. And so we can set up like it's a vlog or whatever you want to do. This could be set up on any kind of park bench, basically a tree stump. I mean, any kind of flat surface almost. You can set this up and shoot video with it. So again, Con and I did look and consider a lot of different camera options, and for the price point with the versatility of this, I think it's just hard to beat the versatility, especially for any kind of content like we're doing. This thing can be dropped, it can be banged around, it can be submerged, it can be used in the rain, whatever. So I think that versatility is just really hard to beat. So again, that's why we decided to go with the HERO11 Black. And to get to the star of the show, it's kind of down in that container there, so it's pretty snug. So I'm just going to peel this paper off of there. The exterior buttons are rubber coated, so they're obviously waterproof and really good, solid engagement. So we get a cover over the small front-facing monitor, a cover over the lens, and a cover over the rear-facing monitor. So we'll go ahead and peel this off. And so there's the star of the show, the HERO11 Black. And so you can see that the tabs to mount the GoPro just mount flush down at the bottom of the GoPro. And to mount this on any sort of mount, you just flip those up. And there is 4 tiny Phillips head screws down in the bottom of that. And that way these are replaceable if they get broken off, which is very cool. So if we're looking at the camera as the lens faces out away from us, the power is on the left side and the shutter is at the top. And then over at the right is going to be our door so that we can mount our battery or plug into a USB-C, whatever it may be, to power it. And just like the media mod, you just pull down on this tab and raise that up. And that's how you access for the USB-C, your SD card, and your Enduro battery. And just like the media mod, it does take a little bit of effort just to pull up on this. Again, it's a GoPro, not a big deal, so it's probably a good thing that it is secured. Just know that you're not going to break it. Just go ahead and put a little bit of force behind it whenever you go to pull this up. It's just sort of a spring-loaded door, and you can see how that moves. So that's why it takes a little bit of force to get up under that lip and get it open. We're just going to set that right there for now, and we'll go ahead and go through the rest of this packaging and see what's in here. So this tray just lifts right out of the top. Now down the bottom of the case, we have an extra mount that will go with things like the light, and so you can just slip this on there. But the Media Mod actually comes pre-prepared for that, so you can just also slip that light right on there if you wanted to go ahead and have your light for a vlog or whatever it may be. So that is a mount for the light, and I'll show you that one more time so you get a good look at it. Has a little GoPro logo down the front. So this is pretty cool. This is for the Media Mod also, and you can see that this section moves just like it does on this section of the door for the GoPro Hero 11. And what it does is it gives you a hole right there so that you can still leave your door on the GoPro, but you have access to your USB-C. That way you can still have a door on here to protect your battery and your SD card, but you still have access to your USB-C. That way you can plug in your Volta to go ahead and keep everything charged up and powered. So that's pretty cool that that actually operates in that manner. Now these are in there pretty good, but I'm just going to go ahead and pull these up because, well, I have a whole bag full of them. But just know that the Media Mod does come with 2 of the GoPro thumb screws for your mounts. And if you're not familiar with this, the way these work is you just put those 2 ears that we showed you on the bottom of the camera right down inside those slots. You just slide that thumb screw through the 4 holes, and this side over here that's metal, sometimes they're plastic, normally they're metal, and you just go ahead and screw that thumb screw in, and once you're in the position, go ahead and tighten it down, and that will hold your GoPro in place. So just know that you get 2 of those thumb screws. And here in the middle, we have 2 standard USB-Cs. So I'm assuming they sent us 2 because we got the Volta and the GoPro. So both of them will require a USB-C if you're going to charge both at the same time. So we have 2 USB-Cs, and those are standard USB to USB-C. They are not the C's on each end. So just want to make sure that you know that. And we have a GoPro mount with the rubber insert that just slides into any sort of a female adapter, which would be something like this. So you just pop that up, slide this in, and you have a GoPro mount that you can mount right there, and it has an adhesive bottom, and so you can stick this on something. This is the curved bottom, so you could put it on anything like a helmet or even a roll bar in a car, something like that. But once it's on there, it is on there, so just remember that. And then last, over to the far left, we have another male mount. So once you slide this in anywhere, you can actually just go ahead and squeeze this and pull it out. And actually, I can just show you on this real quick. So once you're inserted, you just squeeze this down here, and it comes right out. And what that rubber piece does is it doesn't allow you to squeeze these so that it won't come off. And last but not least, down in the bottom, we have a foam cover for the Media Mod mic, and I'm going to go ahead and throw this on there real quick and just show you how this mounts up. And so it just slides over the top like that. It's really very simple. It actually has sort of a plastic tab here. You can put your finger on it and slide it off and slide it back on. And I have a feeling for what we do as far as content, we're going to be using that quite a bit. So other than that, that is the GoPro Hero 11 Black Creator Edition, and Colin and I are super excited about this. So that is our quick unboxing and initial thoughts of the GoPro Hero 11 Black Creator Edition. So we will actually put an affiliate link down in the description below so that you can go ahead and check this camera out if it's something that you're interested in purchasing. And along with that affiliate link for the GoPro Hero 11 Black, there will also be a link for the Countryside Adventures merch shop. So please do me a huge favor, check that out. There is all kinds of cool outdoor merch on there, and we're constantly adding stuff. Now, the first place that we're planning on using the GoPro Hero 11 Black is Colin and I are heading out to Total Archery Challenge in Beaver Bend, Oklahoma. So I will place a link down in the description below, and also at the end of this video somewhere, there's probably going to be a link for that video so that you can go ahead and click on that video, and you can check out the footage that was actually shot at Beaver Bend. If that may help you go ahead and keep doing some research and see if the GoPro Hero 11 Black may fit your needs. So with that, seriously, I can't thank you enough for clicking on this video and hanging out with us. Please do me a huge favor. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. And as always, we'll see you outdoors.